Hello people, I welcome you all to Simplify. Economists like to think that the role of demand and supply can explain everything in the universe. But what about unemployment? Can that be explained by demand and supply? Well, economists think so. So, let's start with the role of demand. So, in some years, the economy is really doing well. The companies are producing a lot. And guess what's needed to produce? Yes, the people. So, when the production is high, the demand for labor is also high, and that means the unemployment is low. As shown in this figure, the economic growth increases, thus, the unemployment rate decreases. Thus, we can conclude that the economic growth is inversely proportional to the unemployment rate. But conversely, when the economy is in doldrums, companies don't want as many people, and that means the unemployment is high. And the economist called this type of unemployment as the cyclical unemployment because the cyclical unemployment goes up and down with the economy and with the business cycle, as you can see in this figure. Now, what about supply? There is a type of unemployment where the supply plays a big role too, and that's called as structural unemployment. So, sometimes jobs are coming up in one industry, say the computer industry, but the people were trained for another, say mining. So, there is a mismatch between the demand and the supply. Since you can't train miners to be software engineers overnight, they may end up unemployed for a while. So, the structural unemployment occurs when the demand for labor is less than the supply of labor in an individual labor market. Sometimes the structural unemployment arises when the technologies such as computers and robotics replace the people in some industries. Also, the outsourcing of production overseas is another reason for structural unemployment. The other causes includes the geographical immobility, disincentives, for example, poverty trap, long-term regional decline, occupational immobility, foreign competition like rising imports, and the decline of manufacturing. So, if we keep the demand stable and train people to supply jobs of the future, there should be no unemployment, right? Not quite. So, there is a type of unemployment that's called as frictional unemployment. This figure very well explains the frictional unemployment. So, what are the causes of frictional unemployment? There are basically two causes. First one, the mismatch between workers and the available work or job, and second one, the workers' dissatisfaction with the working conditions. Let's see it in detail. Say you don't get along with your boss, there is some friction, shall we say? You quit or act up in a way that gets you fired. Or you are tired of where you live and move to a new city before lining up a new job. Then that gives rise to friction and causes frictional unemployment. Now, the next type of unemployment is voluntary unemployment. This figure very well explains the voluntary unemployment in detail. So, what is voluntary unemployment? Voluntary unemployment refers to a situation when a person who are able to work but are not willing to work although suitable work is available for them. In other words, they are voluntarily unemployed. So people, this is all about unemployment. In this video, I tried to explain what is unemployment, the causes of unemployment, and the various types of unemployment. I just hope you find this video helpful. Thank you.